Nice to be hitting with that Pedialyte, so.
Yeah,
Do they have any waters in here?
Last night, 2 gallons of water.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. This is top seed Dallas Baptist University. And, Coach Dan Hefner, Drew Turbin, Joseph Shaw. Drew's a senior second baseman. Joseph's a junior right-hand pitcher. And I'm going to go ahead and open it up for Coach Hefner's opening statements, and then questions for Coach Hefner, and then for the players.
Well, obviously, as a program, coaching staff and players, we're extremely excited about this regional. We think it's a great group of teams. It's going to be very competitive, and we're also, excited to host. This is something that's been a long time coming for our program. It was a goal of ours as a team at the start of the season. We felt like it was the next step for us to take a jump as a program, and really proud of our players, just how they handled themselves this year. It was a great group. Talented group, experienced group, and they've been good from beginning to end. So, this is kind of the start of the next phase for us, and looking forward to seeing how they're going to handle this next weekend.
Coach, I wanted to ask you if you could talk a little bit about, you talked about what it means to the program, what do you think it means to the community, and maybe even the Metroplex at large, which hasn't always wrapped itself around college baseball, maybe in the past couple of years kind of more ramping up to it with TCU success, but what it means, you think, to college baseball in the Dallas-Fort Worth area as well as to the programming community?
Yeah, we've already seen a big change just on campus here, and like you said, in the Metroplex, and I think we saw it at TCU with the jump that they've made as a program. You just look at the number of season ticket holders they have now, the type of crowds that they get. I know Coach Schlossnagel really well, and he said the thing that really got the ball rolling for him is when you host a regional. So we're really excited about that, and we've seen that exact thing here at DBU. We've had good support, from our campus community, but also the local community. But it was kind of, a little bit hit and miss. When it'd be a big game, people would come out. When when it was just a normal game, they wouldn't come. And now everybody's coming. Tickets sold out almost immediately with the ones that we had available for us, and I think that's going to be a huge boost for our program, on the campus, but also, like you said, in the Metroplex. And I think what it does is, people come in for an event like this, and they see how exciting college baseball is, and the type of effort and the enthusiasm and just the way the guys play the game, and they see that, this is a really fun thing to watch, and then I think that just will carry over into next season and down the road.
Coach, not only are you hosting a regional, but I think it's just another step to be hosting teams like Texas and Oregon State, and they're the underdogs.
As a program, that's kind of been who we've always been. We've played those teams all the time, and I think our players have a great mentality with that it doesn't matter who you're playing, it's how you play the game. So they've done that throughout this whole season. That's what's put them in this position. We've played, the big name teams, the teams from the Power 5 conferences, and we've always performed really well against them. And I just think, being able to host and have those teams come to our campus now is just a testament to the work these guys put in, but also the way that they go about playing those teams. And to them, there's no intimidation there. There's nothing. They know they deserve to be on the field with them, and they've, really passed a lot of programs, and that's their goal, is with the way that they work every day and the way they develop, is to put themselves in a position not just to be on the field with those teams, but to expect to win those games too.
Joseph, you had experience, and there's the experience of pitching also the NCAA regionals. What does it mean to you to pitch an NCAA regional at home?
Yeah, just something that, like you said, we've been looking forward to the beginning of the season. So, it's a really good time, and we're excited to have all our home fans come out and play on our home field. So it's something that we've been looking forward to.
Do you get a little more pumped up the fact that you get to pitch in a regional at home?
Yeah, it's great. We know the field, obviously. Been playing here for 3 years, and so, it's exciting. It's something we see every day, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Congratulations, Joseph and Coach and Drew. Drew, I last saw you, it's been 2 or 3 years ago up north. You were playing for the last team. I was in the final. Did that help you in any way or prepare you to become a better ball player here?
Definitely playing summer baseball has helped me develop as a baseball player, and it also helped me meet some of the guys on the team. There's a few other guys that played up there, and so it was pretty cool to meet them and hang out with them and compete against them and kind of see how DBU did it before I got here.
Congratulations to the whole team, Coach. It's quite an honor.
Thank you.
Dan, there's always this scrambling to ramp up on your opponent when the brackets first are revealed. The bids come out. how quickly were you able to get the information that you needed, and how much you know about Virginia Commonwealth as you get ready?
Yeah, it was the second we got it, we pretty much got on the computer and just did the normal stuff, looking at stats, looked at their conference tournament, who they pitched, what those guys are like. Nowadays you can find out quite a bit pretty quickly. And then, then going into the next day, started contacting people that played against them, getting scouting reports. So, we feel that we know quite a bit about them. Obviously, we haven't seen them at all, but looks like they've been playing really well. They've had a great season. They've won 11 in a row. Veteran team. They play good defense. They throw strikes. So, it's going to be a great matchup for us.
Do you think this is also this time of year, because you played in an outstanding conference, especially with what you have at the top of the valley? Do you think this is also a statement how teams are playing late in the year is always mentioned as important, perhaps even more so than where they actually finished in the conference at the end of the regular season?
Yeah, I definitely think that plays into it. And that's something the committee looks at as well. And there's reason for that is, how did you do your last 10 games, 15 games? How did you do in your conference tournament? Because that momentum, I think, does carry over into the tournament. At the same time, one thing we've experienced in the past is it's great to have that momentum, but you also want to be healthy and you want to be fresh too. So sometimes I think it can be a good thing to win your conference tournament, just the confidence it gives you. But at other times, it can wear you down a little bit too. And I think that was the case for us last year. We won our conference tournament. Things were going, confidence was really high and everything. But I know for our arms especially, playing 5 games in 4 days and, what they had to do with that, I think it taxed them a little bit going into the regional. So that's something that we've really tried to pay attention to this year is knowing we had a great regular season. We wanted to perform really well in the conference tournament, but our kind of number one goal with that was to make sure we were healthy and fresh coming into this, because this is our goal. Our goal is to play really well in this and beyond. So I feel really good about where our team's at with that.
Given that you guys have had to deal with so much inclement weather this year, so many cancellations, do you see that as a little bit of an advantage if something arises this weekend and you guys know how to kind of handle that?
That's a great point. I mean, we've been in situations where the schedule gets changed, and I think a big thing is the guys get so ready to play a game. Mentally, they're prepared for it, and then it can be a huge letdown when it's, now you got to delay and you got to sit around for 3 hours, or you don't play at all that day and you got to hook it back up again the next day. And like you said, we've had more of that this year than ever before. We had 5 games canceled in 1 week. And that's something I love about this team is they're a veteran group. They're very mature. They've got great character, and they've just taken that in stride like it was nothing. So. But you do make a great point that, there's a chance of weather this weekend, and they're prepared for that because we've been through it before this year.
As Coach mentioned, y'all have been playing really good Division I opponents for a long time. But, sorry, I'm trying to set the camera too. But despite that fact, do you guys still feel like you go into those games maybe with something to prove against teams that might get more regional or national exposure than you guys do?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like majority of the guys and almost all the guys, we look at an opponent just as playing the game, and we're not putting somebody up too big or looking down on anyone. We're just going out and playing baseball and playing for the guy next to us. So that's just something that throughout the locker room you'll see with every guy is every guy's playing for another guy on the team. Nobody's playing for themselves. Nobody's playing to shine brighter than somebody else. So I think that's just something that's made us really successful.
What does this moment mean for just the athletic department as a whole and your guys' program when you've built to this point to be able to host a regional?
I think it's huge. I think, the thing that we're most proud of is it's a tremendous school. It's a tremendous athletic department, but it's unknown too. We hear it all the time when people come here for the first time. They say, "Man, this is a great campus. You guys really have a great thing going here." But it's really been kind of, a hidden treasure for us. So that's what we're excited about is now people are going to get to see it. They're going to get to see what's been done here at Dallas Baptist University in the past, and just how God's blessed us. And it's a great place. It's a great baseball program, but it's a great school too. So we're really excited to be able to kind of showcase that on a bigger stage now.
Drew, before the season when you were getting ready, what were your expectations? Did you think you guys would be here at this point?
I guess our goal, so to speak, would definitely be to host a regional. That was our thing that we wanted to do right from the beginning, but most importantly, just to play for Christ and play for your teammates, gelling together and not focusing, like Joe said earlier, on who you're playing, but how to play the game correctly.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank you.